Hi everyone, we are excited to have you here in today's fun-filled learning session at Uolo. Here is a quick look at how you can submit your work after the class. As a first step, go to live.uolo.com. You can use any browser to access this site. On this page, you will see a list of all our classes. Scroll down and you can see the Submit Your Work button. And then you will see a list of the classes that you've last attended, which could, for example, show the dance or craft or science experiment classes you've attended recently. Next, it will show you the list of children whose names are registered in this mobile number. Choose your name from this list to submit your work. For instance, if you are Satvik Kumar, choose that name. And then choose the class for which you would like to make your submission. For example, if you've attended the New Year's Masquerade Party session and you'd like to make the submission for this class, click on the Submit Your Work button below that. And then upload the photo you've taken. Choose the image from your phone and click Submit. You can scroll down and view all your past submissions and see how many of your friends or peers have liked your work. You can also see others' work and like their work to inspire your friends. If you want to showcase your work on social media, that too is very simple. Click on Share, copy the link and post it on Instagram or Facebook or any other platform of your choice. Just a tiny reminder, your submission looks a lot better if you could click a photo in the landscape mode rather than the portrait mode. Do not forget to tag us at Uolo_app. I'm eagerly looking forward to all your submissions right after this class.
Hello everyone. How is everybody doing today? I hope everybody is doing great, right? Yeah. So everybody went through the submission process. So just keep all of these rules in mind whenever you are submitting your final artwork. All right? Okay. So what are we going to learn in today's class? So in today's coffee painting class, we are going to make coffee. Okay, we are going to make a coffee illustration with coffee. So how fun is that? Right? Excited everyone for today's class? Okay. So let us quickly recapitulate what all the materials are there that we need in order to make the illustration for today. All right. Everybody just quickly match up the lists and just figure out that you have got all the materials properly. Okay. I'll quickly get it. So is everybody able to see my screen? All right. So like for all of the classes that I say, always have a board in the background so that you don't dirty the place where you are painting. Okay. And along with that, this is the paper on which I'm going to paint. Okay. So in order to draw your illustration, you will need your eraser and pencil. That is the first thing that you will need. Okay. The paper and a pencil and eraser. Along with that, what all do you need? Along with these two things. So you will need two containers like this. Okay. You will need the coffee, of course. You will need a glass of warm water. Remember, it should be warm water. Okay. Shouldn't be cold water. You will need your brushes. Okay. So these are the things that you will be needing. Everybody quickly get them ready so that we can start off with the drawing. Now for the drawing, you will just need your pencil and eraser and your paper. We will make the illustration of a coffee cup. All right, a cup of hot steaming coffee. Everybody ready? Shall we move on with the drawing? All right. Okay, so we'll start off with the drawing. Just see how we are going to draw the cup. Okay. So see the first shape that I'm drawing. See the first shape that I'm drawing. So just draw a shape like this. A tapering oval shape like this. Just draw it. Everybody just draw a tapering oval shape like this, just like the one that I've drawn in the paper. If you're not getting it right in one go, don't worry. Use your eraser and just draw the shape like this. All right. Okay. We'll move on to the next shape now. So just see, starting from this side, we will draw a bowl-like shape like this. One from this end, one from this end, and we will join the two structures at the bottom. It's like a small cup or a bowl. Don't worry if you're not able to draw it in one go, use your eraser and just get the shape correct. Just draw this bowl shape first. Just draw this bowl shape first before we proceed to making the saucer and the handle of the cup. All right. Everybody done with this? Okay. So now see, this is the marking of our cup's mouth. Okay, this is the level to which there will be coffee in the cup. So we'll just mark a line like this. And from here, we will start drawing the handle like this. It's almost like drawing your ear. Okay, it is similar to drawing the ear. This is the shape of the cup's handle. Everybody just finish drawing the cup first. Okay, just finish drawing the cup. Then we'll move on to the saucer portion and the rest of it. All right. Everybody ready with the cup? It's a pretty simple drawing. Just draw the correct shapes. Just see the shape that I've drawn on the paper and just try to copy that shape on the paper. All right. Everybody done with the handle? Now next, we will be drawing the saucer. Just see. First, I will draw the lower portion of the cup, the stand for the cup like this. All right. Just draw a stand for the cup and then starting from here, this is just similar to the very first shape that you drew. Remember that oval shape that you drew? It's very similar, just that it is larger now. It is larger in size than the cup also. Okay, so nicely draw the large saucer like this. Don't worry, you can use your eraser to make the corrections. All right. Nicely draw the saucer like this. Everybody finish with the stand for the cup and the saucer. We are almost done with the drawing, just two tiny things left. We are almost done with the drawing. Okay, everybody done with the saucer? Okay, now see, just the last steps left. Just make two round structures like these. These are the coffee beans. Okay, just two round structures like these, and in the middle just draw a wave shape like this. A waved shape. Okay, these are the coffee beans. Just two small coffee beans like this. Two round structures and one wave in the center like this. Quickly draw them. All right, now next we will draw the smoke coming out of the coffee. This is just one line to demarcate if there is any reflection in the coffee. This is optional. If you want, you can draw it. Otherwise, you can opt to not draw it. Finally, we will draw the smoke on the top of the cup. The smoke that is coming out of hot coffee. So here you go. Your drawing is complete. Okay, everybody get the drawing completed first. Draw this line on the coffee. It is just a reflection on the coffee. That is why we've drawn a line. And these are these two shapes. They demarcate the smoke that is coming out of your hot cup of coffee. All right. Quickly get it done, everyone. Those of you who have already finished with the drawing, what you can do is get your glass of warm water ready along with the two containers, your coffee, and if you have a spoon at home, then bring that also. That will help you in measuring the amount of water and the amount of coffee that you're pouring into the container. All right. Okay. As soon as you finish with the drawing, get these other items ready. We'll soon start mixing with the coffee. All right. Quickly get it ready, everybody. Okay, so we'll move on to the mixing now. Just see how we will be mixing the two shades, how we will be creating the two shades of coffee. So here I have my two containers and this is my spoon. Now I will be taking out amounts of coffee. Just see how much amounts is there in each of the containers. Okay. See how little amount I have poured in one and I have poured so much in the other. Okay, just see the difference. One cup has less of coffee, one container has more of coffee. So like with all of the classes, like I said, one which has more of coffee will have less of water. So just once we'll apply the water. To the other one, we'll apply more water. We'll put more of water in that. Okay, 1 more spoon to that. So just the same rule like for every class of coffee painting, like we say, the one which has less of coffee will have more of water, and the one which has more of coffee will have less of water. Once you've added the water, you can just use a brush to nicely mix the coffee. So in the container where you've added more of water, coffee will dissolve easily if you are using warm water. The other one, you will see a thick paste like this. All right. So when you mix up the coffee with the water, different quantities of water, you should have 2 containers looking like this. Quickly get the mixing done, everyone. All right. Everybody done with the mixing? Shall we move on to the painting portion now? So everybody take out a nice thick brush. Okay. We will move on to the painting portion. All right. Everybody ready? Okay. Get back to your painting. Get back to the paper on which you have drawn. Okay, so here is the paper on which you've drawn. Now see, I've taken my first container only. The first container means this is the container in which there is lots of water and less of coffee. Take that container. Take that container in which you have put lots of water and less of coffee. That is your first container. Take that out. Okay, and take a nice thick brush. All right. Shall we move on? Okay. So just dip that brush into the first solution. Okay, the one where you have used more water. Just dip your brush into it. Dip your brush into it nicely and just start coloring this coffee portion. The place where the coffee is there in your cup. Nicely fill it up. Nicely fill it up with that color. Okay, this is the first step. Take the solution in your brush and fill up this part that is inside the cup. All right. It is very easy. We are just filling up this entire portion with the coffee solution. That's all. Everybody quickly get it done. Okay. Now for the next step. Dip your brush again and start painting this outside portion of the cup now. See from which side I have started. Start painting from here. Don't paint it completely. See, I'm leaving some gaps like this. Okay, leave some gaps. It will add a nice texture. Don't completely fill the cup. See, I have left some gap in the center. I have not completely filled the cup. I have left some gaps in the center. That will give your cup the texture. Okay. Now, how to color this portion? First, everybody finish up to this portion. Then I will show you how to cover up that white patch that is there. everybody first finish coloring these portions. You can see I have not completely covered up the cup. I have covered some portion of it on the right and one thin line of it on the left. That's all. And I have left a big white patch in the center that is not colored. Just see how I will be filling that up. First, get it done till here. Get it done till here, everyone. All right. Shall we move on? Now see, you have your glass of warm water. Just dip your brush into it. We are not taking any coffee. We are just taking the warm water and we are just fading away this color. See, I'm not taking any coffee. I'm just taking that water from the warm glass of water that you have and I'm just fading it away like this. Okay. See what a nice depth what a nice pattern you've got on your cup. This is the kind of pattern we are looking for. So everybody just repeat the same. That white patch that you have left, don't use any more coffee now. Just dip your brush into that warm water glass that is there and just use that water and try to fade away the color. All right, fade away the color. Okay. Now next what we will do, again dip your brush into the same thing and now we will start with the saucer. So see how we are covering up the saucer from one side and then from the other side. Don't worry if your color gets into the cup's base or into your coffee beans. Doesn't matter. Okay. Again, see, like with the cup, we are leaving a little white patch in the center, just like we did with the cup. Same thing. We are covering it from all sides and leaving a white patch in the center. So just like the cup, what we will do, you can just dip your brush into that water cup that is there, the warm cup, and you can just later on fill that area. Okay. Now everybody get the saucer done first. Before we move on to the other portions of the cup, just finish with the saucer first. Leave a white patch in the center, just like I've left here. Okay, everybody done with the saucer? Now we will color this top portion of the cup that is there. Just cover up this area nicely. Similarly for the handle also. We are first covering up all of these areas with the light color. See, I am leaving some portion of white on the top so that it looks nice and shiny. If you think that your color is looking very light, you can add some more of that coffee solution. Don't worry, we will also be using that concentrated solution that we have, the other dark solution that we have. So don't worry. All right. So just finish off with this basic thing first. Just finish off with the light color portion first. All right. See where I have left the white spaces. Try to leave the white spaces in those areas. It will make your coffee cup look shiny. It will seem as if there is light falling on the cup. All right. Everybody get the smoke and the handle also done. Okay, see, I have left some white spaces on the top of the handle also. Try to duplicate that. Try to do that the same way in your painting also. All right. We'll just give it 30 seconds more. Let everybody catch up. Okay. Just nicely cover up these areas. See, I'm just using water now. Wherever you see me mulling up these areas, see these areas, I'm not taking any coffee from the container. I'm just using water from my warm glass of water. Okay, just use the water and just fade away these areas, just like you did with the cup. Same thing. Just take water and just fade off these areas, similar to the one that you did with the cup. All right. Shall we move on now? Okay. Everybody completed up to this, right? So now take your second container as in which there was lots of coffee and very less of water. Lots of coffee and very less water. Take that container. Okay. Everyone ready? All right. Now take a thinner brush. Take a thinner brush. If you have a thin one, use a thinner brush. And now first cover up this area. This area that is there. This little line that you drew. Cover this up. Don't worry if your color is spreading. Don't worry, it's natural. It's because your coffee area has not dried out yet. Don't worry, it will give a nice watercolor effect. Okay, so just see how I'm covering up this area, this coffee portion. Cover it up in a similar manner like this. Remember, we are now using a different layer, a different coffee container. We are using the dark coffee container. All right. So we applied it first to the coffee portion, and now we are bordering the sides of the cup and applying it to the stand, the coffee stand. We'll wait for everybody to catch up first. Okay, so what are the areas that we have to complete? Just see. First, we have covered that coffee portion that we had drawn, the coffee that is inside the cup. And along with that, we have painted the stand, the bottom base portion of your cup. And we have bordered the sides also. Everybody just complete till this first before we move on to the further steps. Just complete up to here. Okay, remember we are using the cup where there is lots of coffee and there is very little water. Quickly get it done, everybody. It should be very easy. Try to use a thin brush so that you get these areas nice and properly. All right, we'll move on now. So just see, I'm just taking that dark color. I'm using it to make the base and I've already bordered the sides. Now I will line up this edge of the coffee cup. Just border this edge of the coffee cup. Same thing we will do to the handle also. Okay. Just the inside portion of the handle, the top portion, leave it. Just the inside portion of the handle, leave the top portion. If you feel that it is not darkening enough, apply more of that solution. You will see that it will darken. Next, also along with the handle, we will move on to the coffee beans. But before we do that, everybody just get completed with the coffee and with the handle, with the coffee cup and the handle. Everybody get that completed first. See how beautiful watercolor effects you are getting. This is, these textures are similar to that of watercolor. Quickly get it done, everyone. Get the handle and the edge of the coffee cup, the stand and the coffee portion of the coffee cup. Get it done. All right. So next step is making the coffee beans. So see how I will make the coffee beans. Just see, I have already painted half of the first coffee bean. Just have a look first how I will paint the other half. And then you can paint the second coffee bean also the same way. So see, I will be leaving a space in the center like this. And then I will paint the rest of it. Just have a look again. I will paint the second one also. So first paint the top portion. Leave some space in the center along that waved line. Okay. And then draw the bottom portion. This is how you will have to draw the coffee beans. Everybody get the coffee beans drawn. Get the coffee beans drawn, everyone. All right. So we'll move on to the next part. So these portions, just try to mix them up. Okay. If the edges are loose, if they are not nice and rounded, just with the help of a brush, try to mix them up nicely. Okay, see, I'm still leaving the white spaces in between. The spaces, I'm not completely covering it up. All right, same for your saucer. Start from the edges. Nicely border up the edges of the saucer. Okay, everybody get it done till here. Border the edges of the saucer and make these borders of the cup nice and smooth. Everybody get it done till here. All right, so we'll move on now. Just give it a lining to the smoke also. Just a border to the second smoke also. And make this nice and dark, this top portion. Make these edges nice and dark. Get it done till here, everybody. Get the coffee nice and dark and do the smoke portions before we make the shadows for the coffee beans. All right, that is the last step. We are almost nearing the end of the class. Just quickly get the smoke and the coffee done. Should be pretty simple, right? Just draw the outline of the smoke and just make the coffee portion in the cup nice and dark, the upper portion. Just make it nice and dark. And now see how we will be drawing the shadow for the coffee beans. Just have a look, everybody. Darken these portions also. If you feel that they are becoming light and faded, you can just darken them also. Okay, the inside of the cup. If you feel that they are becoming light, just add a little bit of that coffee solution again to them. Fade away these sides of the, like I said, all of the edges, just try to make them as smooth as possible. You can just make little dots like this. It will make your painting look nice and pretty. And just see how we will be drawing the shadow. Just like this and one like this. Okay. Just see how we've drawn the shadow. Just draw two shadows like this. All right. So see, you've got a nice little illustration of a coffee cup with two coffee beans using nothing but coffee. So it's making coffee with coffee, right? I can see so many of you have done your work so beautifully. So I want you to submit all of your artworks. Remember, you've worked so hard. You've collected all of these materials. You've got your coffee together. You've learned how to mix it. Then you should be submitting your work, right? Yes. Also, when you submit your work, remember that you should have taken a photo nicely and neatly, because many of you do your work very nicely, but then the photo is not clear, and that it does not allow me to make out whether you've done your work properly or not. Okay, so when we play the submission instructions, go through them. Okay, listen to it properly, and according to it, make your submissions. All right. So what did you learn in today's class? In today's class, you learned the concept of layering. That is, first, you applied a layer of the light color of coffee, and on top of that, you applied a layer of dark color. So this technique is called layering. Okay. Along with that, you learned how to use just water. Nothing else but just water, and how to fade off that color. Very similar to like that of watercolors, right? Yes. So that is one more technique that you learned today using coffee and water. Okay, great. So I hope all of you had fun enjoying this class, right? Okay, so we will see you all again in the next class, where we will learn some more techniques, and we will go into more deeper and more detailed drawings. We will go into more difficult and more harder drawings, and that will look prettier on your walls. Okay, we will go into more complex drawings. You will enjoy the other classes. Okay. All right. So those of you who have missed the submission instructions in the beginning, you can have a look again, and you can accordingly make your submissions. All right. Okay, everybody. See you all in the next class then. Remember to make your submissions, everyone. Bye-bye.
Hi everyone, we are excited to have you here in today's fun-filled learning session at Uolo. Here is a quick look at how you can submit your work after the class. As a first step, go to live.uolo.com. You can use any browser to access this site. On this page, you will see a list of all our classes. Scroll down and you can see the Submit Your Work button. And then you will see a list of the classes that you've last attended, which could, for example, show the dance or craft or science experiment classes you've attended recently. Next, it will show you the list of children whose names are registered in this mobile number. Choose your name from this list to submit your work. For instance, if you are Satvik Kumar, choose that name. And then choose the class for which you would like to make your submission. For example, if you've attended the New Year's Masquerade Party session and you'd like to make the submission for this class, click on the Submit Your Work button below that. And then upload the photo you've taken. Choose the image from your phone and click Submit. You can scroll down and view all your past submissions and see how many of your friends or peers have liked your work. You can also see others' work and like their work to inspire your friends. If you want to showcase your work on social media, that too is very simple. Click on Share, copy the link and post it on Instagram or Facebook or any other platform of your choice. Just a tiny reminder, your submission looks a lot better if you could click a photo in the landscape mode rather than the portrait mode. Do not forget to tag us at Uolo_.